Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. So today we are going to be reviewing the new Smoky Nostalgia collection from Kaleidos Makeup. They have once again served us a beautiful collection. Did we expect anything less? No, we did not, because seriously every single collection of theirs is so well done, like from the concept to the colors to the formula. Just beautiful. Love Kaleidos. I actually just uploaded a full-on guide to their space age highlighters, so if you guys are curious about that, I'll leave it up here. It's a pretty full-on in-depth guide, but today we're gonna focus on their latest collection, Smoky Nostalgia. It's so beautiful, guys. So with that being said, if you guys are interested in this collection, seeing everything on me, then please continue watching. Alright guys, let's dive into this beautiful collection. Seriously, I have not seen packaging like this. So they brought back the dresser, so if you buy the full collection or if you want to buy this individually, you can. The dresser itself is pretty expensive. It's like $55 US, but you can get it as a full set and everything will come in this. So they did release a dresser last year for the Flower Punk collection, and this one's a little different. I feel like it's sort of like an upgrade. This one feels a little bit more luxe because the fabric itself is, I would say, like satin, like almost silk. I don't think it's silk, but it's like almost like satiny. Whereas last year's one, it's really pretty, it's very sturdy, but it was more like paper or like wallpaper kind of texture. This one feels a lot more like luxurious. The lace is here with the plush texture, so you'll see that throughout the packaging of every product, and it's really beautiful, guys. This is low-key Demon Slayer merch because the purple butterflies with the lace, black to purple gradient, does this not remind you of Shinobi? Like seriously, it's like low-key merch, but it's really beautiful. So if you guys haven't seen it, it pretty much opens up on the top here with the mirror, and then it has two drawers, and what's cool is that the design inside the drawers are all different. It's very pretty. It is expensive, but I do think it is definitely an upgrade from last year's one. It feels and it looks more luxe, and it's very sexy. So yeah, it does come in this. You can purchase the dresser if you would like, but then we also have two eyeshadow quads, and these are $22 US each. And what I'm most excited about are their blushes. So they came out with 5 single blushes, and these are $18 US. And then lastly, they came out with another lip vault set, so you can purchase all 4 shades with the tin as well, and that's $35 US. Or if you just want to get them individually, it's $12 US. And the entire collection, so with the dresser, everything, it's $189 USD. That's all the pricing. So let's talk about the two eyeshadow quads first. This is the packaging. So it has that plush kind of texture on the cover, so it feels very luxe. It almost feels like a crossover with fashion, which I love that. I don't know, you just don't see packaging like this. So although these are $22 US, I know that's really expensive, but I think, you know, for the packaging as well, you are also paying for that. It's different, it's unique, it's luxe. So I'll talk about this palette here first because it's what I'm wearing on my eyes right now. It's called Black Jasmine, and these eyeshadows blend out like a dream. If you guys are not familiar with Kaleidos' eyeshadow formula, the mattes are very buttery, very silky. They literally blend out themselves. It's one of my favorite formulas, and their metallics are super sparkly. So in this quad, in both quads, you will get 3 mattes and 1 metallic, and I've said this in my videos before, but that literally is the perfect ratio for a quad. The way they have laid this quad out is very beginner friendly. The way they label the shades, it kind of reminds me of Natasha Denona, where they don't have shade names. So you get a base color, which pretty much is the transition, which is the lighter matte, and then you have diffuse, which is more of the medium tone matte, and then you have accentuate, which is the darkest color, and then the metallic would be radiate. So that is what you put in your inner corners, all over the lid. This is what I always say about eyeshadow palettes in general. Like, I want to see a transition, a medium, and a dark, and in a quad like this, it's perfect. Like, this is all you really need, and that's how they really set it out. So I love that, and I think more quads need to have this ratio. Like, this ratio is perfect as a quad. So the look I did today is very smoky, which I do love every once in a while. It's a little bit on the cooler tone side, but I do love this full-on smoky eye look. So I took the base color as my transition shadow. This is a really cool tone gray color, but it blends out like a dream. it doesn't look ashy on me either, even though it's like a gray color. And then I took the diffuse shade and I focused that at the outer corners of my eyes, and I also took that onto my lower lash line as well. Then I took the Accentuate, which is the matte black, and I used that to create a very dramatic outer V wing. I even run that all over my lower lash line as well because I just want the ultimate like sultry smoky eye look. And then lastly, I took Radiate and I applied that to the inner third of my eyes. I blended that up towards my brow bone, like almost touching my brows pretty much, because the metallics have so much micro glitters. It really works more like an eyeshadow topper. Like it does have a really good base, but if you were to apply this on top of that matte black, it would sparkle so much. It's so pretty. So that is my look that I have on right now, Black Jasmine. It is so pretty. It's such a smoky, classic kind of quad to have. But then we move into Cold Brew. Again, the formula works just as well. It's very consistent through everything. And Cold Brew is a little bit more on the neutral side. It does go pretty deep actually. Like I thought this would be like a daily palette for me. That's, you know, I like a soft to medium kind of look, but you can take this quite dark and my look I feel like is quite smoky as well. So again, I just took the base color as my transition shadow, then I took the diffuse at my outer corners, and then Accentuate at the outer third once again, and then Radiate at the inner third. Like this is just my go-to classic look, and I have everything I need in here. You get the depth, you get the metallic, you get the sparkles. It's just a really great quad, and I think they did a really great job with these quads, and I really hope they come out with more. If they could come out with a rose gold one, like I would love that. Like this collection really inspired me, guys. I do have an idea that I really have not seen from any other brand. I saw it from one brand, but this just kind of like inspired me. And I want to collab. I want to collab with Kaleidos. Did I say that out loud? I don't know. But I really, this idea that I have in my head, I just feel like no other brand has done. And if one brand could do it, it's Kaleidos. And I really, you know, I would love to collab with them. But moving right along to the blushes, I'm so excited for these blushes, guys, because they came out with these blush and highlighter duos. I think it was like 2020, but they discontinued them pretty quickly, and I had no idea why, because I absolutely love the blushes and I've always hoped that they would bring the blushes back. I think I even mentioned it in my 2022 prediction video. Not as a prediction, just something I wanted from the brand. The shades are beautiful. So once again, we have the outer packaging in that lace with the plushy cover, and all the blushes have like a different color. So one is purple, one is more red, one is more pink, one is more fuchsia. You can differentiate between all of them. I guess the only thing I don't like about this packaging is just I don't know what the shade name is unless I remember them off by heart or I refer to the website, which, you know, as a creator, that's something I need, but obviously that's a very nitpicky thing to say. But yeah, like I don't know the shade names off by heart, which I probably should just learn. I don't think it'll be that hard to remember 5 shade names. 5 shades are so pretty, and I think they have a really good range, and I'm so happy that they have blushes in their lineup now, and I'm so excited to see more blushes from them because the blushes are so good, guys. So the blushes all have, I didn't mention this with the eyeshadow palette, but they all have like a rose imprint in them, which is really pretty. But the blushes are super buildable. They might look intimidating, like for some shades like the red or the lilac, it might look intimidating, but they are super buildable, very flattering. So you can get a very light wash. Like let's say if you're going in with the red, I'm wearing that today. Like I put just a little bit because I don't think the red would match this intense smoky eye as much, but you can just put a little bit and it's super pretty, or you can build it up and make it very bright. If you see the campaign photos, the model, oh, the pink here, I think that is her color. But yeah, you can get it very intense. The first shade is called Dream Walk, and this is a lilac pink. This kind of reminds me of that really viral Dior blush that I can't try, but it kind of looks like that kind of color scheme, and I was kind of intimidated by this color. I wasn't sure how well it was gonna look on my skin tone, but I think it's a really pink color, and I think those like lilac purple undertones really really complement my skin tone as well. So I can see why this one's a really popular shade, and I think it's a very unique kind of color. And then we have the shade Sunburn, which is like a salmon light orange kind of color. I think Sunburn is a really great name for it because it does give you that kind of sunburn kind of look, which is quite trendy to put it over your nose for that sunburn look. It's a beautiful shade. You guys know how I feel about warm tone blushes and like peaches. This one's very, very pretty. And the next shade is called Sanguine. I'm not too sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I think this is the one that all of us are looking forward to the most and we have been asking for. It's the dark blood red. I think we've all been wanting a red blush, and you would expect Kaleidos to do it. It's the blush that I'm currently wearing on my cheeks right now, and I did diffuse it out, but I did apply a lot of it in the beginning, so you definitely can take it to that red. And if you see on the campaign photos, it does go quite red. I feel like this one is definitely a must-have because it's just different. Like, we don't really see so many red blushes. Then we have Joyride, which is a beige with peachy undertones, and this one I actually used as like my bronzer today. I didn't get to use it as like a blush on its own, but I know this one's gonna be very, very pretty. I know people contour with their blush, and that was kind of like my vision with this. It's a very, very pretty beige natural kind of color. I can see myself using this one a lot. And then lastly, onto the last shade. This one is called Ecstasy, and this is a pink with a hint of coral. Another pretty shade as well. It looks a little bit like neon and bright in the pan, but again, once you apply it, it is a very, very buildable formula, so you can go intense or you can go subtle with it, and it is all very, very pretty. And I just love these blushes. Like, out of this collection, I would recommend the blushes the most because it's just stunning. I mean, I'm biased to blushes. I love blushes, and these, I'm gonna be wearing them so much in my videos, so you guys will definitely see that in my next couple of videos for sure. And then lastly, we have the Smoky Nostalgia Lip Vault. Again, it comes in the tin that you can purchase as a set, and the tins are so, so beautiful. I feel like this is definitely a collector's item at this point. The Color Lab Lip Clay formula is really, really comfortable. They are super matte, but they don't dry out the lips. They give off like a blotted kind of look. They're very velvety. So the first one is Skinship, which out of all four is probably the one I would wear the most, just because it's more of like a warmer nude. So it's a really nice like everyday kind of lip color. Then we have Cold Smoke, which is a little bit more cooler tone and a little bit deeper. On me, you guys know I don't love like cooler tone lip colors, but this one is a very unique shade, and I think for fall time or for a cool tone look, it would look really amazing. And then we have Cognac, which is a really nice like a muted mulberry red. I actually quite like this one. I think this might be one I might put in my top drawer for a go-to red. And then we have Smeared Rouge, which is the darkest, and it definitely has more red to it. It's like the perfect fall lip color. And as you can see, I did swatch all four lip colors with both of the looks, so you could see what it looks like with both of the palettes. So depending on which one you want to purchase, that is what it kind of looks like. Also put up my comparisons here as well, because some of the shades definitely are a little bit more comparable, like Skinship, where there's a lot more nudes that Kaleidos already has in their lineup. But of course, there is always slight differences, so they are just comparisons. But that pretty much does conclude this review, guys. That was the rundown and my thoughts on everything. My favorites out of the collection and my top recommendations definitely would be the blushes. Really depends on, you know, what kind of blush you like, what color you like, but I think the lilac one and the red one definitely are the star of the show. Also the beige one as well. I don't have like a beige kind of blush like that. If you guys did enjoy this video and you found it helpful, if you could give the video a thumbs up for me, I'd appreciate it so much. Let me know your thoughts on the collection down below. Are you guys gonna purchase? Have you already purchased? I would love to know. But that does conclude today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching as always. I love you so much, and I'll go ahead and see you guys in my next video. Bye.